You ready, John?
No, I'm not ready.
You ready?
I'm not ready.
You ready?
No. No, I am.
1, 2, 3.
Hey! Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I hate this motherfucker.
This is John's closet, and I'm the special guest.
Oh, wow.
See-
Wow. Hold on, little nigga. Hold on.
wait.
First of all, let me talk to John.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to John in a while. John, how are you doing? How are you doing? It's been a minute since our live podcast. Let's do a little recap. We did our live podcast show.
Yes.
Nice Guys Pizza.
Which is going to be out after this episode, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That way
And
this is 24, and next time will be 25, and 25 is a nice number, so we'll make.
wow, we actually made it to 25.
Yeah.
For we kind of discussed that before. But how did you feel about the whole show and that experience of people coming out and stuff?
It was a weird experience for me.
Mhm.
I'll say that because there is a lot of you and Malik. And me being kind of, just kind of being in the background, just being like, I say things every here and there.
You're right.
But other than that, I'm surprised at the turnout. The turnout was pretty good. We were able to get 60 people through the door. 60 people to pay money to get through the door.
Yeah, dude. Bro, I was, before the live event or whatever, I was thinking like, a big thing, how you can really tell how you are to your group of friends or whatever, like, is when you have a paid event where you can't just hang with us for free.
Yeah.
That's what it really says. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna go to everybody's paid event if they're my friend. I might not go. I'll go to some people's. I don't know if I'm gonna go to all of them. To be honest, I don't know how entertaining all of my friends are.
So fucking head ass. Oh
You know.
I'm like-
I'll be honest. Not all my friends. I feel like.
Well, because the thing is, like, when something's worth paying for, like, people receive that. People are willing to give you that money. They're like, take my money, please. You're making something that I think is worth it.
Right.
But if you're making something that's kind of mediocre, if you're like, I wouldn't pay $5 for that, then I think you got to reevaluate what you're putting out there.
Yeah. You're not as popping to your friends as you think you are.
Or what you have to do is stop giving away free shit.
Oh, stop giving away your free friendship.
Well, it's not even like free friendship or anything like that. It's more so like like you're having a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you start for free from the get-go, it's going to be really hard to convince people that have been seeing you for free
That's true.
to pay the $5 to see you again.
That's true. That's a problem with a lot of the whole like YouTube and Instagram stuff. They give away a lot of free content. Like, hey, my G, how about you pay for this content now? I was like, no. I think the only way you can really do it if you offer like different content, maybe more personal content. You just wouldn't. You just couldn't do unless you paid.
Yeah. Well, because what you'd kind of have to do at that point, like and bands fall into this rut all the time, where all they do is music, and they're like, I'm going to sell music, and I'm going to music, and that's everything, right? But because you have streaming options,
Right.
you have YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, all those other platforms for you to actually get that, then because music is so freely available, even from top 40 artists. The only thing that they put in is like a little ad.
And you can just rip that shit.
Yeah, and that actually does make a lot of sense, to be honest, because really, like, there's no definition for like your music quality doesn't exactly have to be high for it to hit a lot of ears. You know what I'm saying? So it's really basically off the free opinion of other people a little bit. Like, to be honest, when I host these shows with Goat, it's different. It's like, okay, I hear Vree doing Starbucks, and I'm like, oh shit. I would usually hear this as like, this would be like record of the summer. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff.
Would it last for at least 6 summers?
Well, no. Putting that much.
Oh yeah.
No offense to Free, but putting that much longevity on a record, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is Marcelo of Goat.United. We'll get into the whole interview in a little bit, but
discussion.
The discussion. Yes. But yes. This is good. But no, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more because you just recently moved to Port Charlotte. I'm doing a little bit of catching up because I haven't actually been able to hang out with John since the live show, since his move to Port Charlotte.
So the thing is, Port Charlotte's boring as fuck.
Putting it out there.
There's like,
Tell me more.
I now know about 2 venues. I knew about one which had like live jazz music, but only because I knew that through my roommate Aaron. And now Kava, right?
Yeah, Kava now. And I feel like Port Charlotte's where you just definitely go to die. I feel like
you overdose on heroin.
Yes, I mean Red Tide heroin, like
Red Tide.
I'm being so dead ass right now. Like,
yeah,
I only hear about Port Charlotte, like about Red Tide, and then like I remember there was this one time where like an officer shot an old lady, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit, she's not."
That old lady was probably a thug.
Yeah, they thought it was like, "Oh, she's not black." Huh, we have to investigate. I was like,
what happened here?
What's going on? Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes down to like the venues over here, there's a lot of beautiful venues. Like the one that we did with Backroom Sessions. We're gonna talk about Backroom Sessions later, but but the one that we did with Backroom Sessions, it was like a wedding venue. I walked out. There were lanterns in the fucking pond.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it wasn't even a pond anymore. It was a stream. Mm-hmm. That's how you know that shit was fancy.
Well, what's your favorite venue in Fort Myers?
Southern Waters all the way. I feel like that's actually a pretty good question too, because it all really depends on the volume of people that you want. The type of audience that you're looking for. There's a lot of things. So I feel like if you're looking for like exposure in general and you're looking to get noticed, Downtown House of Pizza for like Downtown House of Pizza, the courtyard. Around there, you know what I'm saying? You're going to bump into like a whole bunch of old white grumpy people, but you're also going to bump into like a whole lot of like people our age that didn't know that there was a scene like this. You know what I'm saying? There's that, but then there's the limit that over there they'll sue you for cussing. So like you have they're being so dead ass. They almost served us. And okay, like I feel like the best venue if you have like an audience already, you already have a cult following, you already feel like you'll pack out a house at like at least 120 around there, then Southern Water's your way to go because you need to generate some revenue to attain that venue. And I feel like that's where a lot of young artists don't understand a little bit, is that you have to really generate some revenue to show some of these venues that you're serious. And honestly, it's not really that hard. If people think you gotta get a lawyer, get all that paperwork, you just gotta be a people person.
It's so true. And a lot of the times, I feel like people also wait for other people to make things instead of just making things on their own in their own accord. It was like if, for example, with us in John's Closet, I was like, I'm a big fan of podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts since I was like 15, 16, so about like 10 years. And I'm like, I would like to see a live podcast show because I love podcasts. I know there's no podcast that would ever come and do it for Myers.
I thought that flyer was dope.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man,
thought
the flyer is amazing.
Yo, I thought you guys just got like a bunch of Snapchat emoticons and shit and just plastered that shit on. But I looked at it, I squinted, and I was like, whoa, this is real.
Yeah,
like, it's real. Now
that's why I wanted to go all in for my first live event. That's like the first event. I know you've done several events, but that's my first event that I've ever done. So I wanted to make it
I was impressed,
meaningful.
Man. I saw Mutual magazine looking like she was like eating caviar and sipping wine on the side. I was like, oh shit, you got all the big wigs out here.
Yeah, Hippie Circle was there. A lot of our own personal friends were there and stuff. So like it was really good.
Let's talk about that for a second, man. I'm glad to see the Hippie Circle back out in force again.
Bro. So I went to the Hippie Circle's event, Save the Youth event, that happened about like a week ago.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of artists. I don't know, 6 or 7 artists that were performing or whatever. It was at Oso Brewery, which was like literally across the street from where I live. Man, there was at least shit, I want to say at least 100 people maybe came to that event. Like people were mad. People were coming out. Like maybe 7 were coming in. 7 were coming in. 6 were coming in. 10 people were coming in and coming out and stuff like that. They also had the wing spot was catering and stuff like that. It was mad packed, and it was packed for like a while. And I was just really, really impressed by how all of it was organized, all of it was set up, and how much the word just got to spread out to go to Oso Brewery. Because I don't know if you guys know about Oso Brewery. It's not a big bar.
It's not a big bar.
It's not a big bar at all.
I got funny.
So having that many people in there, it was like definitely sardine level, but people were really engaged and people were really into it, and I was really into it too. Like I was just like impressed that like they managed to get this many people coming to this very smallish bar.
Yeah, and Old Soul Brewery is like, see, and I started to notice that because I feel like with one of Goat's strengths, and I'm talking about Goat because it's my baby. But like I feel like one of Goat's strength a little bit is that like I saw one of the things that me and my team looked at was that artists were restricted. Like it was like there's that fucking bar in Naples. Then there's Old Soul Brewing. Millennial Brewing is cool, but the acoustics are trash. But I love Millennial Brewing.
Millennial Brewing is great. Yeah, I like Millennial.
If you do the show like outdoors, I guess.
Bro, didn't we go to one of the shows where like they were on top of the little railing thing, the little ramp thing, and they had the doors like open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like perfect. They had like a band just playing outside. That was perfect.
That was for an album release.
Yeah.
For what?
For Millennial.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't go there.
Yeah, that was a couple years. Yeah, I think that was one of the first times I went to Millennial Brewing. I was like, yo, this is dope as fuck. I wish they would do that more, but maybe they do it, but I haven't just gone enough when they do shit like that. But
that's where we first found the Kimberleys.
Yeah, was that the Kimberleys we were playing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not at that party, but.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right. So I got a question for you guys. This might be a little bit off topic, right?
No, go ahead.
We're supposed to ask.
Whoa.
No, listen. Let me take the floor real quick.
Would you?
Let me take the floor real quick.
Since you do round table so much, would you want to do a mock round table and then show you skills?
A little bit over here, but I'm asking for personal advice.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you guys are two older men. Y'all been through more stuff than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all know that.
Wait, how old are you, Marcelo?
Me, I'm 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
What?
Yeah.
God damn.
You're 23 with a master's degree. I don't want to hear it. All right, so.
And I'm
25.
You gave me red wine for walking in the door. I don't want to. You guys are great people, so I want to ask this question, right? So I just like me and my girl, we just kind of made it official a little bit, right? But I was asked this question from one of my boys. When is it too early and when is it too late to put your girl on the lock screen?
Don't ask me this question because I don't fucking know. Personally,
I don't. That's a good question as well, and I'm gonna have to side with John because I don't know if I would do my girl on the lock screen. It's just not something I think about doing, to be honest.
It's one of those things.
The real question is, how soon did you do it?
Me?
Yeah,
I still haven't done it.
Oh, okay. Is that like a big thing? Is that a big meaningful thing? I know you're on live right now. Is your girl watching like, I'm waiting for the answer, nigga.
Exactly,
I'm waiting for the answer.
I'm in the hot seat. My girl got on me because I'm so shit.
I feel like your girl's DMing like the fucking John's Closet page, like, yo, ask him this. Yo, ask him that.
My girl gonna be hot when I get back home. But like, no, because I was like, my girl got on me for like not even saving her number. And I'm shit at.
Oh, come on! You gotta save the number. What the? What you gonna say about in the Bay or whatever pet name you got for her?
Pet name?
Yeah.
I don't have a pet name. I call her Genesis. Genesis.
This is a great question for Google.
Yeah. Check out we got technology.
How long until girl on lock screen?
Girl on lock screen.
The ultimate guide. I did not know this was a thing.
I feel like maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 months. I have no idea.
3 or 4 months.
Literally, it's just tutorials on how to operate a lock screen.
How long do you? Whenever you feel like it, Marcelo.
yeah.
Well, you gotta feel it. You don't be pressured into. Don't just when you tell a girl, hey man, you can't force it.
My girl
Can't force a lock screen.
My girl comes with the heat sometimes, bro.
Yeah. She's trying to keep you on lock, man.
Real on lock. Speaking of on lock, we got. I got.
Oh, here we go. Quora came in clutch.
Oh.
Guys, do you have your girlfriend's picture as the wallpaper on your phone? If so, why? Not even when. Why?
Yeah.
Someone said that would be a bit weird and obsessive, in my opinion. Just
I don't know. I know John. I know John's only 23 and I'm 25, but I feel like an old dude, so I don't know. This feels like a younger guy
You're
I
question.
still
guy,
have the
bro?
default lock screen on my phone.
Yeah.
You got the little flower, the dandelion.
I got the little like ash.
Oh
ashy, like,
yeah.
smoke thing.
I don't have an Apple.
Yeah. Seems like some young nigga shit. I don't know.
Oh wait,
Android.
no, wait. You have an Android?
I got a Samsung.
You got Samsung? I'm a bum ass nigga. I got LG.
I used to have an LG.
God, bro.
All right. So let's get into some interview questions or whatever.
Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, this is a podcast, by the way. I know we like to bend. How long have we been bantering for?
That's a good question that I will answer in just a few seconds or minutes or days. I don't know. Let's see. Well, I'm also including like
Oh yeah, we had a whole bunch of
pre-recorded moments.
Let's start back from the beginning.
I'll ask questions. So
Yeah.
who are you again?
Who are you?
Fuck.
we asked the same generic question, Marcelo. How did you get into music? Where did you come from? Yada yada yada. Like
What's your
origin story?
Give us the Avengers.
Yeah,
version.
give us the details. Some details that your girlfriend might not know.
Oh yeah. Oh word.
Yeah.
Well, they call me Marcelo Snow. I'm a bastard son. Nah, I'm playing.
Oh shit!
Wait, did he just join XNVIX? Like,
Oh god, funny story about that. I'll tell you about.
But yeah, but for real, what's your
my
origin?
thing?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna delve in so deep of where I'm from, but I'm gonna delve in why I got into the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at first, we just wanted to do a podcast. It was a year and a half ago. Right when me and Nike graduated high school. We just wanted to do a podcast, and then
What did you want to talk about for your podcast?
what did I want to talk about? It was more so what's happening in the community.
Oh, okay.
And then some things that are happening in the artist scene.
Right.
And then it quickly flipped. Because we didn't have any money, but we kept on bumping into influential figures like First Lady Nikki from Fly 98.5. She came, had a personal meeting with me and Nikea, and was like, you guys should really look into, talking to Malik from Curate. You guys.
Yeah, we have Malik, right?
Yeah, you guys should really look into, researching where you guys want to go. And I was like, okay, let's see what's up. And then we started seeing some really fucked up shit in the community. Where there's this one thing, right? And I learned this like when we were trying to kind of come up with our mission statement a little bit, because Goat was always something, a work in progress kind of thing going on. And we found out that the construction companies were dumping toxic sludge into the Dunbar community and intentionally not cleaning it up.
The Dunbar community? Where is that at?
The Dunbar community. It's around the corner, right?
It's around the corner. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the community names or whatever.
Yeah. So, and then we found out that that was kind of like really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're essentially killing off people in the community to essentially build up more homes and gentrify and shit like that, right? So we started taking the community aspect a little bit more serious, and then we started talking. We wanted to find out a way of how do we combine activism and artistry together. And we sat down and we thought about that. And artists are reflective of the communities that they're from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
You rep your set.
Exactly. And activists are actively looking for, I'm not going to say mascots, but, poster childs for their movement.
Yeah.
So we want to educate artists and any artist that comes and performs on our platform. We try and educate them in the roundtables about mental health. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that like women empowerment, knowing your rights type stuff going on. It was very heavy set on that. And then you're not just performing for yourself, but you're performing for a movement that can help your community, and we wanted to expand that. So that's essentially the story of Goat currently, and we are about to unravel something very spicy December 30th. Can I get an air horn on that? No, we can't. You guys are renegade as fuck.
Hey man, we're slightly low budget. There's a reason why we're doing it in my goddamn bedroom.
Don't worry, I'll find a I'll find a sample online.
Yeah, we'll edit it. We'll edit it in post. So how did your first live event go for Goat.United? So you get with your sister, right? Is the main person, right? You want to combine community activism and social awareness and stuff like that. So what did you do for your first event as Goat.United?
You want to know the real first event? Or you want to know the first event we talk about?
The real one.
The real one, yeah. Let's get real. That's
The real first event happened at Millennial Brewing.
Okay.
My fucking God. Well, this is an event that we don't exactly talk about, but now it's going to be to the public, right? So we had absolutely no idea on how to run a show at all.
Speak on it.
Listen.
So wait, what did you do in your original plan for doing the event? Like, what are the steps that you do?
Like the strategy that we have for Goat is that we like to test the waters before we go in head first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you go in head first without knowing your environment, you're fucked.
Mind you,
Just the tip.
for people who don't know, Millennial is a very big venue. It's a big fucking space. You get a lot of fucking people, and I'm very surprised that's your first one.
Yeah, listen, with shitty acoustics if you don't know how to prepare right.
Yeah.
So Millennial will always try and accommodate you. A matter of fact, I still even though the acoustics were really bad, I still recommend people to perform at Millennial because Millennial will work with you to kind of work around that. They'll get food trucks, all of that shit. Love them. They're the best, right? However, here's what happened, because inexperience will always be the bane of us, right? So we were weighing. We walk into the studio. We walk into Millennial, right? We just found out that we needed a mixer with our PA system, like a day before, and we were planning this event for like 2 weeks. And
Wait, you guys didn't know you needed a mixer?
No, not at all. At
Damn.
all.
Ooh, yeah, that's
We
already.
had to rent it. Our sound guy actually.
Oh, you had a sound guy. He didn't
quit.
tell.
He quit the day of the event.
Wow.
I was like, "Fuck."
Wait, how many performers? Wait, how many? Like,
It had to be like 8.
oh wow, 8 performers. Sound guy goes missing. No mixer. At Millennial with bad acoustics.
We're gonna unravel this cookie a little bit more, right?
Okay.
So on top of that, nobody has any money, so we have to rent the equipment.
Oh.
So that means I gotta pay on credit.
Oh.
Me and Ikea know this story over and over again.
Oh.
And we always like to go back to it because we always like to reflect on how far we've come. So we get the.
Wait, how old were you when you did this first event?
This was what? This was June 16th of this year.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is June 16th of this year. So we post the equipment up. This is little like I thought it was this little Dominican kid, right? With a guitar and all that.
Shout out to the Dominicans.
Yeah, we're get okay, mom. Right? So I think he about to do like a bachata cover, you know what I'm saying? Give me some Romeo Santos, you know what I'm saying? Or say baby, you know what I'm saying? You know what this little nigga comes up and do, bro? He comes up and yodels.
Wow. Like, wait, hold on. Mason Ramsey's just went super viral and got a record deal from Atlantic.
He was not going viral.
No.
I'm telling you that right now, my mans.
So he does yodeling?
Yes.
Did Dominican people know yodeling? I didn't know it was a thing.
No,
It's merengue.
Merengue, yeah.
Bachata.
don't try and defend my people. He did.
He's half Dominican, so yeah.
I was assuming so, but I was rethinking that at that point of time. That was my first ever performance. I bumped into Ibrahim, who was another amazing artist, and he was actually an artist that performed regularly for our shows after that. But I'm looking at Ibrahim, and he look at me like, bro.
Was it good? It was not good yodeling.
Listen, bro. Ibrahim looked at me like, this is collateral damage at the moment, but if you don't patch this shit up, it will turn malignant, right? So after he finishes, right, Ibrahim comes on and kills the stage, right? Sings his ass off,
Right.
right? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Team Ronin comes on, they come and finish it off. All this are like a lot.
So wait, so you're doing it like pure like acapella. There's no do you have like a microphone hooked up to the
Let me remind you, we're learning how to use the mixer on the we call him Guitar Center like, hey yo, dude.
Oh, you rented a mixer. No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, the
So we
equipment.
call him Guitar Center like, all right, turn it up here, right? Reverb. We learned,
Guitar Center like so customer support.
We learned what the fuck reverb was that night, right?
I mean,
Oh, this hurt my chest.
What Reverb was based on being in Millennium.
Yo, listen.
Oh, this is hurting my chest, man. Holy shit.
Listen, I still love Millennium because they will still like accompany everything that you need. It's a matter of fact, I think Millennium is one of the perfect venues for any artist that's listening to this. It's night. I mean, it's wintertime. It's really cool. They'll open up that.
Oh,
garage
it's in
for you.
season. Everyone's downtown.
Woo!
Oh yeah, no.
Millennial, listen.
Yeah.
Millennial get a lot of business, man.
Yeah, Millennial is dope.
I mean, they won.
Whoa.
Didn't what's his name? Kyle, right?
Yeah.
He won like Entrepreneur of the Year, like 2 years in a row or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So wow,
So that's the first event.
that's the first event.
That's the first event. So the second first event is Goats. Oh yeah, that's another thing. The first event, we didn't operate under Goat. We operated under a different name. I will still not say on air. This will be a secret. I'll tell you guys after. But
Exclusive inside.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's right.
Exclusive.
Yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? Buy the deluxe pack. But
DLC.
but so we finally run under the name of Goat. And
Why'd you choose Goat?
greatest of all time.
Okay. I thought this guy's Jamaicans like goat.
Yeah, no, Curry Goat.
Curry goat, yeah.
You so foolish. So foolish. This is just trying to piss me off at this point, bro. I'm so angry. Hey yo, cut the mic. What's up?
Don't worry, everything's off. You have about 15 seconds to do what you need.
So we do it at Kava in we do it in Kava in downtown, right?
Right.
And I can only say so much about the whole thing that happens, but it was successful and it wasn't. It was successful because the show was so good on the outside appeal that everybody was like, "Wow, Goat's on the scene. We got cinematography of that footage, all that, right?" It's not so good because we ended up getting pushed out,
Pushed out, what do you mean?
like kicked out.
Oh.
Yeah.
For
It was like not enough people were buying drinks apparently.
Gotcha.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get pushed out. Goat has no venue. We think we're fucked, right?
Yeah.
We think that we're
So
fucked.
first two events don't go so well.
The second, I'd say the second event goes. If you were to pick a first event, that would be how I would want to pick, because we now like to the
You had people there.
to the court of public opinion. We have a running start.
Right.
Now they're just waiting, right? And then after that, we bump into who is now our current venue coordinator, Mariana. And Mariana, let me just tell you, if she can get you a show on the White House lawn if she wants you, bro. She walked in and she was like, You guys need to use. Wait, do you guys want to use the Sitting Burns Davis Center? You guys want to use Harborside? What you guys want to do? What?
How did you meet this?
By coincidence, she just came to our round table.
Okay,
right?
Gotcha.
She was like, I really appreciate what you're doing for the community, and to this day, listen, bro. When Mariana calls, I answer, because when Mariana don't call often. See that? That could be Mariana right now. Hold on, let me check that. No, I'm playing. It's not. It's my Facebook. But God damn.
Yeah, you want to turn that down?
10,000 notifications later.
Yeah.
Word. Mariana is one of those people that's very punctual and will get you what you need, no questions asked, as long as you follow her directions. And go at such an early state. That was probably like our ace in the hole. For such a young company, Mariana provided that structure, like venue coordinates,
and all those connections and knowing how to actually run a venue and shit.
And then on top of that, Nakia was growing up, who was the co-founder of my sister, grew into a role of internal affairs, of learning how to manage artists inside Goat. And that's how we ended up with Downtown House of Pizza 2 weeks later, by surprise. First show, great, kind of, because we ended up cussing up a storm, and Downtown House of Pizza is a very public space.
Okay. So you needed to kind of keep the language kind of on low.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I say. Fuck that. Get a podcast.
Get
Shit.
a podcast.
Yeah.
Full of shit. Hey, so we get Downtown House of Pizza. We rolling. We have the most public space in all of Fort Myers, because the way Downtown House of Pizza is kind of like positioned is that their stage is in the middle of the public square of downtown. So you get there on a Sunday where nobody's at work, where everybody comes to chill at downtown. You just get a perfect storm. And we did that 3 times. The third time is when we bump into backroom sessions. And backroom sessions, I showed you one.
Yeah, we were playing them earlier.
By the way, shout out to Backroom Sessions. One of their artists is called the Remy's, REMYZ.
Really good.
Really good.
I like them.
Really good. Check out their last EP, For the Love and Stuff. Okay, but we bump into Backroom Sessions on some like backroom shit. Like I can't
in the green room, like
no, like after, like they're like, hey, we need to talk to you after the show. All that, right?
Right.
It was these 2 chicks. One of them goes to FGCU. The other one lives in Miami and operates Backroom Sessions, whatever. They're the 2 co-founders. And I'm like, okay, we're talking, right? And they're saying how much like performers they got, the type of thing. They showed me a couple of their performance. I'm like, yeah, I'm really liking. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm not even going front, because I was like, damn, we're such a new company. There's too much good stuff are happening at once, right?
Yeah, you get a little spook.
Then Mariana hooks us up with the wedding venue of Southern Waters, this enchanted venue, right? And it has 2 stages. One of the stages, the backdrop is a waterfall. And let me just let you know, it's a wedding venue. So it's romantic off the jump. Like, and I'm telling you right now, that is probably one of, like, we got X and VIX out there performing. You had Vree out there performing. You had 1IQ out there performing. All of that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to lie, that was probably the best show I've ever had the chance of curating. And now, fast forward to now, our next move is December 30th.
December 30th, yeah, it's Cabo Downtown.
We're thinking about combining a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of them you guys having a live podcast.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of roundtable, so how did you start by doing venues and putting on these whole bunch of artists first?
Okay, so
how did you transition to round tables? Like, this seems like a very
you know how the idea of round tables came up. The first the first show was so like monumentally bad.
Speak on it.
In our head.
Speak about the bad experiences. People always talk about
it was great for one reason. It was
Okay.
great because we finally got our foot off the ground and we've actually felt the taste of victory. Because even though it was bad on the showing end, it was great in the back end because everybody was like, "You did it, you did it. This your first event? You did amazing." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, we gotta kind of work with this back end momentum, and we had to be like, okay, if shows don't really work out for us, we have to have an ace in the hole. This is before Marion. This is before our lavish venues. This is before everything. We were working like kind of with like nothing a little bit here. You know what I'm saying? And we were like, well, I kind of have the ability of generating conversation and getting people together.
Right.
I saw. I kind of had this idea kind of sprung up like a couple different ways here. I kind of did roundtable discussions in college my freshman year.
Okay. That's
Right?
interesting.
So this was before. This is
Right.
before like
So you had a little bit of experience.
yeah, I had a
right?
little bit of experience in doing it, and I saw like Joe Budden's pull-up show.
Yeah.
Where he got like a whole bunch of tastemakers in the same room and all that.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, let's combine the two and see what we can get. And that was actually before the show at Kava. And
How did it go at FGCU? Like getting a bunch of did it go well or?
I mean, what, FGCU?
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't do a roundtable at FGCU.
Mm.
No, we didn't do a roundtable at FGCU. We did it was more so. It's not hard getting people out there. It's really just hard staying consistent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because people have jobs. And
Yeah.
now more people are employed.
Mhm.
I've seen so many people kind of better their life through Goat a little bit. Every time I speak to people that have kind of went to Goat, I see them like employed, having a better turning a new leaf, seeing how much activism and community prosperity has done for their personal development, and it really does speak a lot to what we're trying to do at Go. And I always say it's a work in progress, man. Smooth is fast. As long as you're not going backwards and you keep a consistent pace, smooth is fast, bro. So
So that was one of the early issues with you trying to get a roundtable together, like getting everybody you consistently having a roundtable, or was it consistently getting people?
It was me, Nikea, and a couple of other members who I feel like, well, I would really want them to be in the Go. For me personally, I don't want to take up all of the credit here because I'm only in charge of.
Oh, just my roommate. Yeah.
Some chips.
Marcelo's so intrigued.
Whoa. Yo, I got scared.
Oh no!
Where the fuck was I?
People are coming after Marcelo and John's closet.
Yeah. They got past beef.
I kind of did pick up my head like there was a beef.
Yeah.
Alright, so I just want.
You're in a safe space here.
Yeah, I just want. I just want to say with all of this being said, I just want to give out the disclaimer that I'm only talking from my personal experiences, and all of these guys all of the guys that contribute on our team, I was probably only 1/4 of the progress that was created because there's Nakia, there's Mariana, there's all the artists that decided to come out and just support the GOAT platform, and you know what I'm saying. And now people are still talking about us, and now we have the momentum to actually do this show at Kava the way we want to now. And really shout out to the manager Elliot. Who is managing that Kava in downtown. He's an amazing soul. And honestly, the more publicity that's thrown around that Kava, because now they're trying to get it popping.
Yeah, I've been there before, a couple times actually. Kyle Ann, she does open mic night that we had on beforehand. And I've just gone there and just in general a couple times. I've actually gone. I like the Bonita spot. If the downtown can become the Bonita spot where it's a very nice networking, but that'd be more convenient for me. It's a lot closer.
When Casey started doing that Bonita spot, man, it was like I remember I came out and I was like, hey man, any tips, any pointers?
Right.
It worked. I think it was the second week he was doing it. And he was just like, nah man, you don't need to pay. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? We just coming over here to chill, right? And then you know what I'm saying? It started getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. I have to talk to Casey about this, but now Casey went from a chill spot to like a networking
Yeah.
like Met Gala.
It's very nice.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very
And
nice.
I'm proud. I'm proud of Casey like
Very dope.
Listen, shout out to that man.
So let me ask you this. So as a person who's like the main moderator in a roundtable setting when you're dealing with a whole bunch of artists or whatever, how do you maintain focus on the discussion and let everybody kind of voice their opinions?
That's a very good question. It's really a whole dependent. Oh, the amount of work the moderator has to put in is very dependent on how interesting the conversation is to the people.
The people. Okay, so you
around.
kind of feel it. Okay.
So like let's say I remember you when you do roundtable discussions, you can't really be talking about music industry shit with
yeah, it's,
you know what I'm saying? So like
kind of redundant, right?
It's very like when I tell you that like at first,
Nobody comes to my show. I'm like, all right, same here.
You can't be talking about the same and like people that curate shows and shit like that. Like it gets very redundant because the roundtable setting is very different from like it's even very different from a podcast. I even learned.
Yeah.
Is that because strangers are walking in and sitting down, so you have to make these topics very very broad but very very passionate. I remember the first time we were talking, like the only time that we really got real good ground with the artist topics was when we started talking about pay versus exposure and drugs in hip hop. And then people started talking about, past addictions that they've had and stuff like that.
Right.
We had jokes here and there. It was a very funny podcast at first. I mean, very funny roundtable at first, but it quickly became serious and I learned that the environment of a roundtable is that people come to these roundtables not just to enjoy conversation, but to learn life lessons that they don't have to learn firsthand. You know what I'm saying? And it got very, very intimate. I feel like that's why, I can't wait for some of the new projects that we're going to be doing. I feel like we love doing shows. And we're going to continue doing shows even more frequently than we used to because we look at 2018 as the test run and we look at December 30th as the show that rings in the year of the GOAT.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do shows more frequently, but we're also going to focus on other content more frequently. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try.
More roundtables and stuff like that.
More
right?
roundtables, more shows, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spill so much, but
right. You got some projects
we have
in
some
the
stuff locked up in the tuck, and I can't wait. I actually want to talk to you guys a little bit more about that after the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Have a little afterthoughts.
Yeah,
You know
for sure.
That's funny. You love John. John's so golly. He's so jolly, bro. Like, bro, I love you, bro. Like,
he's got his barbershop quartet shirt on right now.
Right? I'm about to sing a cappella for everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I knew John was serious when he came in and uncuffed his jeans. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
John's a very serious man.
A man that wears bootcut jeans is a very serious man in today's day and age.
You see, I just like these jeans. There's nothing special about them. I wear these jeans everywhere I go. When I teach, when I don't teach, when I'm sitting at home. Sometimes I wear these jeans in my head. No, fuck it.
Now you seem like what is this such a like a bubbly, social, extroverted personality? Have you always just kind of been that way, or you kind of have to learn how to? Yeah.
It's a bunch of psychology, man.
Bunch of psychology.
It's a bunch of psychology. I fucking hate people, bro.
You look So you feel like you need to turn on the Marcelo?
It's not even about turning on and off. I feel like naturally I'm a person like that, but at the same time, introverted people can also be very versed in the arts of social antics. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, there's a toll, bro. Like,
so you feel like you're a low key introvert that can become extroverted, but it just you can kind of turn it on. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I'm saying it all depends. It's autopilot, bro. Like when it comes down to it, it's not like I'm like this with one person, like this with the other. At first, I tried to do that, and bro, I almost crumpled. It's more so, how do I feel? Like, for instance, when you invited me out to this podcast, I was totally down for it.
Yeah.
If you see me at a venue or you see me at like a show, I want to be there. which means I
Yeah.
want to talk to people. Which,
Right.
no, not that I want to talk to people, but I'm more susceptible to being open to conversation and stuff like that.
Right.
And as my job is external affairs, I have to get people together, and it's been like this ever since I moved here. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 years ago, and I feel like that's why the roundtable got real special for certain people, because Southwest Florida really isn't a place where you go and talk to new people. It's very click based, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can speak for me and John, because me and John were very at least at least when we were in college. Like we had a lot of different cliques of different people and very social and stuff like that. And it's only later that I found how kind of clicky, and I guess maybe more inclusive people are. I maybe wasn't as aware of it because I'm such a me and John are very social people. Like John would bring random people. I would sometimes bring random people just together, and we would just be kind of we just bring different people together because.
Let me just say something for all of the content creators that are going to create something around Southwest Florida and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because at first it used to really bother me, but now it doesn't.
Go to Sarasota. No.
Yeah.
Fuck Sarasota. Where you gonna go? Longboat Key? The fuck? Like, is that when you create content and you're going to face hate at one point or the other, whether it's really, really vicious or it's really mellow and you feel like, tension and stuff like that. And all I would just really want to say is that as long as you stay true to your values, as long as you stay true to your vision, you will be just fine. Because people, I know I can name like 5 people that fucking hate me in the city, and it's like
Right.
like honestly, at first as a content creator, because I'm speaking to the people that are trying to create content, is that will hurt your feelings at first, but there will always it's a growing pain. You have to learn to adapt to that. As long is the only person that can tell you your intentions is you. Right?
What do you think that is with the hatred towards other content creators, even though they are also a content creator? Do you feel like it's like all right, if you get on, then that's a spot that I'm not able to
artists and
occupy?
Artists and creatives are very fickle. They're very and shit, even me sometimes like we're sensitive, sometimes we can be bitches. Like I'm not gonna front, but I mean, I feel like there's an adult complex that you develop as you go through this business, as you go through anything, that you learn how to turn the other cheek, how you learn how to kind of get through other, all of these obstacles. As long as you learn how to get through them, and not get crushed by them, you know that you're making progress in whatever you're doing. And I just want to let everybody know that who probably is starting shit just like you guys. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the biggest lessons that I learned in the first 5 months of doing this, is that not everybody's going to like you, but that sure as hell don't mean what you doing. It doesn't mean that it's not needed in the community. If you feel like it's needed in the community, you're going to see people come to you. Like you guys didn't.
That's how you met me. Because when I went to the Cobble Culture in Bonita, you just came up to me. I didn't even know who you were.
Exactly, right? Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like
you were like John's Closet. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
That's
me.
He had like the.
That's
red.
almost the same way with me. Like I was just talking to a guy, and it was like, and I was like, yeah, we talked to local artists, and he's like, did you say local artists?
I saw Sydney walking in with the red beanie. I already knew what time it was.
Yeah. Signature red beanie, Gap.
Yeah.
Signature look, man.
Yeah, Sydney. Oh, yeah, let's talk, man.
Magnum Gap.
As long as you see the type of people that you want to see request your services, you're great. You're golden. I think when people saw that, because Goat hasn't done a thing since like what, mid-October. So like people are like, what the fuck happened? Are you guys declining?
Oh come on, it's mid-October. It's not that. Yeah,
it's mid-October, nigga. It's still hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
like,
holidays and stuff like that, right?
We decided not to do any shows from then on until they got cooler, like it is tonight. Bro.
Yeah.
Right,
So when you do it December 30th, it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
hopefully.
so it's just strategizing, and I just told people, let those people behind talk. You know what I'm saying? Let them talk. As long as you know what you're doing, as long as you got the resources, as long as you know how to network, then you'll be perfectly fine. On to more lighthearted matters, though.
Let's talk about your event that's coming up on December 30th. December 30th, Kava Culture.
12:30.
12:30. What?
12:30. Like 12/30.
Yes. 12/30.
Oh yeah, it's 12:30 as in date, not fucking time. If you come at at 12:30, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. It's like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
No, get the fuck up. Like, college trying to close.
yes. 12/30. December 30th.
Doors open at 7:30.
Is it free?
Yes, it
Okay.
is free. It is it is free. But we humbly hope for you guys to support your local vendors and to also ask for the coconut creamer kava. You know what I'm saying? Kava is being very, very, very generous with us because if you ever been inside that downtown Kava, it's a chill spot. If y'all ever seen that RT hallway right next to Kava,
Yeah.
that's a nice spot to hold anything.
Mm-hmm.
And feel it's not paid entry, but please come in and pay for a drink.
Yeah, buy some drinks.
Yeah,
Relax.
buy a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tip your bartender. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a stingy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I just really want for people to support their local businesses because that's what Goat's really about.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like people think, oh my God, I have to fly all the way over to fucking San Francisco to do something. Nah, bro, you have to start with your hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how local elections are. That's how local elections matter way more than like the national shit. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the biggest election, the best election.
Yeah. No.
You got any
true facts right
sponsorships?
there.
You got any sponsorships? No. Yeah, fuck that nigga. I just want to make sure. Oh my God, we can't.
But no, so it's gonna be pure. Like, do you have like artists performing, or is it just mostly just a round table type of event?
Prophet, aka Kid Cosmic, will be performing. Von the God, aka one of the sages of Team Ronin, will be performing.
Okay, nice.
The Latiny will be performing. There's a few more people on that list.
Now, will people be performing while there's a round table, or are you gonna have them all perform, then do a round table afterwards? Like, how is it all gonna go?
We're gonna have the round table first. We're probably gonna have the round table at
first.
like 7.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
gotcha.
From 7 to 8:30, and then 8:30 we'll start ringing. I'll start checking in with the artists, and then we'll start performing at 9.
Yeah, because I would like to come to the round table. Because I'm very interested in that part of the.
Plus,
Yeah.
it's New Year's Eve, bro. The next day. Yeah, but it's gonna be New Year's Eve, so people aren't gonna really have the job. Like, they're not gonna go to their job the next day. So I just really encourage people to come out and really, really just enjoy the from the vendors to the performances to the live podcast I want you guys to hold over there. You guys have been to the Vault inside that Kava, right?
Yeah, I have. It used to be like an oxygen room or some shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I've been inside.
So we're gonna try and hold that live podcast in there.
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it in there.
Okay.
How would you want to do the live podcast? Would you want to do it like after everybody performs,
We'll talk
or
about the live
during
podcast
it?
during the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll probably host a round table in the front, and then we'll probably
We're figuring it out, man, on the podcast live.
yeah, word. So
Negotiations.
Negotiations.
honestly, you could have like a halftime show. It don't fucking matter. Like we'll
talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Damn, letting go of all of my fucking cards. Here's my ace.
Yeah. Oh.
We're gonna try and have live cooking there, live Caribbean
Ooh.
food being cooked.
Damn, you have a whole bunch. This is about to be a fucking lit ass goddamn event. You got live performances.
I just
Supposed to fly podcast.
low key. Here's the thing, right? All the stuff that I'm saying, if it doesn't happen December 30th, it's going to happen in January because we're holding these events weekly. Okay? So this is what we're trying to look forward towards. We're trying to mix. We're trying to get a blend of culture. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you cook live food, get artists, like Sayinka. You know what I'm saying? He does Dragon Ball Z concept art. You know what I'm saying? Get him in there with like 5 other artists that are just starting out on the scene type stuff going on. And all, blend it with conversation before the show even starts. People are coming and they're gonna bump into a shitload of strangers they don't know. So let's try and make people feel as comfortable as possible, and because Kava is a place where people come to socialize. Even if I fucking hate people.
How you gonna get a whole bunch of supposed introverted artists to start opening up?
It doesn't have to be the artist, but the artist definitely does love to talk about their craft as they should.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Yeah. I'm really excited for this event. It's gonna be I'll be happy to see you work and see how you coordinate everything and I'm just glad to see another person kind of trying to put on their own type of events. You've already put on a couple of events before, even though you had your ups and downs and stuff like that. But now you're really just fucking going. I like commitment. I like seeing people actually do shit.
We're going ham at this point.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, man, Nakia will speak for it too. Like, a lot of people thought we tapped out. A lot of people thought we were
really
phase.
just because you just didn't have an event in
2
like
months?
a month, 2 months.
Bro, everybody thought they knew the inner turmoil. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
What was it that Chris Daniels said? 11-day world or something like that?
Yeah.
Everybody forgets about things after 11 days.
Yeah, right.
oh my God, bro. And Chris is the best. Chris got
the bars,
Chris
man.
was like my mentor for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Chris would hammer me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro. So where's the next event? What are you doing for the round table? I'll be like, fuck, bro. I'm just trying to live.
You do need people to put that pressure on you.
Exactly. That's what
yes.
I was about to say.
So you need people like Chris Daniels.
So
too.
like, but I just talked to Chris recently, and I just thanked him for putting that sense of urgency inside me. Even though like 2 months of hiatus, it doesn't look like urgency, but it was planning. It was structure to all of the action that we have. Because ambition without structure is just like, it's just blind. You know what I'm saying? So we just wanted to add structure to it, and now we're going to be calculated. We're going to come in on December 30th, and one of us, Goat is going to come in and drop 40 with a triple double.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Championship predictions.
Oh, okay.
Watch out, every other.
All right,
creator.
man.
Watch out, every other content creator in the mic. I'm in the camera. That's
We're looking at you, hippie circle. We're looking at you.
Looking at you,
We're looking at you, curate.
Yeah, we're looking at
Goat.United's coming. We're looking at you, John's Closet.
Yeah. Fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your house.
This is Sydney's house.
Really, when I say that, I don't want to have competition with these people. I want to work with these people. And is that your fucking roommate again?
Yeah, he's eating his snacks, man.
Is his snacks?
Yeah, leave him alone. Let him, he lives here too.
He lives there too?
Yes.
Hey, is it Doritos?
I don't know. It sounds like a microwave.
It sounds
But anyways,
like
so any you want to do a fun question? Actually.
Oh wait, hold on, real quick. Let me clarify before these guys eat me up over Twitter. What I meant by like I'm looking at you guys, I really want to collaborate with you guys because I feel like we just need to have some like Goat.United. United is in the name, so I'm just trying to.
It's like Goat Division.
Yeah, no, it isn't. And I just really want to just show, like, I want you guys to come out to different platforms and stuff like that. I know that everybody wants to leave Southwest Florida, and I understand that. But at least show yourself to all of Southwest Florida that you can, okay, before you leave.
That's fair.
And because Goat.United is going to expand as well, but we're going to try and spread our influence in every way possible and bring as much people along for the ride as possible. And I think people don't know the difference between power and influence. let me just say that before we get into this fun question real quick. The difference between power and influence is that if, let's say, right, I talk to somebody,
Okay.
right? I'm their fucking boss. Let's look at you, John. You are a powerhouse,
Yeah.
right?
He's a thick boy.
You say, bro,
I control
you
the
don't-
futures of 100 people.
if you don't fucking do this My Labs Plus right now, I will fail you.
Yeah, basically.
You just overpowered somebody, right?
Right.
And that's good for like managerial positions and shit like that, right?
Right.
You don't have to have them like you. And then there's influence, where John's a pretty cool dude. You be like, hey man, people are like, all the students know you a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? They like you as a person. They be like, hey man, listen, you're gonna fail, but do this My Labs Plus and I'll see what I can do. And now that student doesn't feel overpowered. They feel influenced to do something. That's the difference between power and influence. When you influence somebody to do something, you're
Yeah.
not do it.
Yeah.
It's more like,
Yeah.
hey man,
Yeah, I think Pablo did that with dogs or some shit. The bell made that nigga
Yeah.
salivate.
So I was just using your job as an example. Don't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But-
no. That's a real reflection of what I go through, which is basically, you want like when I'm lecturing the class, usually I go for the former, where I'm like, get your shit done, guys. But when I'm one-on-one with a student, you know, it's a lot more like, because usually when I'm one-on-one with a student, it's because they're actually like reaching out, seeking help for their grade for whatever reason, you know, whether it be to make up an exam or whatever. And then usually I extend that to, okay, well, let's see where you're at right now. Here's where you're at. Here's where you need to be. I can give you a couple recommendations for what to do, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, this is where you need to be. And, you know, it's a lot more, for lack of a better word, intimate, where it's a lot more of me trying to understand where they're at.
And we have, like, I know Goat, we have the power of venues and knowing people and connects and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But we also have the influence. We want to have the influence over people to be like, yo, listen, man, we're doing this show. I remember Ivan the hippie, definitely. Like, shout out to that guy too. Give an example. Hey man, we're doing a show, and all of the proceeds, you know what I'm saying? We're not even collecting money here. We're collecting food. We're gonna, bring 3 bags of chips. Everybody come bring 3 bags of chips. We fill up we fill up a truck, and then we'll donate it to a food drive. We want to effectively influence people to do good deeds for the community, as well as spread it around the state as well as the country. That's the long-term view here. So, right now, man, we just trying to influence. We're trying to blend culture into places where people feel like there's no culture. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying.
Definitely feels like that sometimes in Fort Myers, to be honest.
Shit, man. Some of those crowds,
Yeah.
really rough, man.
Yeah, I'm not
Like some
gonna
VIs
lie.
be coming in rapping their ass off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I get a year? Yeah. Hey, you got to come out to certain crowds. If the year don't work, you gotta say hell yeah. You gotta be like, can I get a hell yeah?
It's gonna be a lot more like, hell yeah.
Yeah, the white girl.
Like-
Oh my God, XNVIX.
That's funny.
Like, oh my god.
All right, so we got a fun question. We can close out. I know niggas gotta work tomorrow. Me and John.
Yeah, you right.
Speak for yourself. All I got is to give a final at 2.
Oh, it's true. It's true. So finally, this is Mr. Smarty Pants and shit. You gotta get any. I know we don't have a list of fun questions, or unless you have like an offshoot question. It doesn't have to be a fun question.
Let's ask a classic. You're at Walmart. Walmart sells basically everything. Your job is to purchase 3 items that freak out the cashier. What are they?
And your girlfriend's with you.
It's a good twist.
Pause it.
Pause the question.
Oh man, I gotta think.
You with the girl.
I know.
You haven't put her. You haven't had her as your lock screen yet.
Maybe the first thing you do is you put her on the little conveyor belt.
Is Walmart still selling guns?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's not going away.
Or at least certain Walmarts. Central Florida, you'll see it more than Southern Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a condom, condoms,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Classic. Okay.
a Glock,
Okay.
Ooh.
and bleach.
Ah.
God damn. What kind of sadistic motherfucker are you?
No, it's
Yeah,
like-
and you gotta look directly at the cashier. Don't even look at your girl. You're like, yo, what are you about to do to this girl? I
She's
like that answer.
Don't worry, he does this all the time.
Yeah. She's like looking at you like giggly, like, it's about to be a good night.
It's about to be a good night. It's fucking wild, dog. It's disgusting, motherfucker.
Oh my god. So Marcelo, fucking Goat.United, your event,
Greatest of all time.
12:30, not 12:30 p.m. or a.m., but December 30th, starting at 7 o'clock p.m.
Yes.
Come out, Cabo Culture downtown.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
Shout out.
Any last with your social medias and shit.
Yeah, shout out to Alex. His name is Humble Wolf on Instagram. It's more detailed than that, but whatever. We'll just put that in the link in the bio. The Nikia, my sister, for out here supporting me and supporting Goat and making me realize how to work in a team environment. My girl for helping me out, supporting me, paying for the Uber for me to get here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things.
Throw love
Yeah,
right
dude.
there. You won't even put her as your lock screen.
I have to. I have to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, but the starving artist lifestyle is not for everybody, bro. I mean, I'm a software engineer, a life insurance agent, and like
You ain't got the starve. Like you can do shit.
you know what I'm saying, event planner, that type of shit going on, right? But most of my money goes into Goat, and I don't regret a single cent that goes into the Goat.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to let a lot of people know, if you guys need any help, DM me. We'll see what we can do. I'm trying to look for, not just established artists out here, but new artists that feel like they don't have it in them. Because we'll have a little TED Talk in the back, you know what I'm saying?
18 minutes.
18 minutes.
Because TED Talks are 18 minutes.
18 minutes? Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got to be like...
They kept it legal.
Hey, and shout out to myself for even being here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so.
Yeah.
fucking
Thank you for coming.
head-ass.
I know you came to me maybe like a month or so, month and a
Yeah.
half ago.
I was like, where the
And
fuck is my appointment?
Yeah, and I had Matt like because literally at the time we had like mad people coming up like for the interview. It was like I hate you with the like generic like popular artist shit. Like, hey man, yo, totally let's collaborate, man. You know how it is, man. I'll get to you. But nah, man, I try to come through with my
bullshit.
yeah. I try to come through with my
So
promises.
pissed at that cover. I was like, when is this appointment? No, we'll try and have it before the live show. I did the live show, and I'm still waiting a whole fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah. Hey,
No
you're
love
here
lost.
now.
I'm playing.
That's why I made sure I gave you wine beforehand. I was like, oh shit. I told
It was
this dude.
pretty cold
I told this
outside
dude
in
a
that
while.
I mean, I was moving to Port Charlotte.
Yes, there's a whole bunch of other things and stuff.
No, I get it, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, this is John's Closet, episode 24. Our live show episode should be coming out soon, right?
Coming out soon.
Have you seen any of the video yet?
I haven't seen any of the video. Aaron's told me that he's been syncing up the audio and the video from all the different shots and everything.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Any way that he can send us like little clips for like the for the gram and stuff? Would that be
I'll go ahead and
possible?
ask him when I get back up to Port Charlotte.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, this is John's Closet, man. Check us out on your social medias. John's Closet, JONS_closet_ on Instagram, and then John's Closet on our YouTube page and stuff like that. And yeah, this is John's Closet. We back.
Hey, haha.
What was that?
Yeah, it's just my trademark. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you had something to say.
I've been looking for one for the latest.
Haha.
Oh yeah, word.
It's an interesting trademark.
Trying for sure.
Like a catchphrase.
Yeah, man.
You should just come up with something.
I really wanted to have one last conversation here, but we probably can't. I just, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Never mind. We'll have it on the live podcast on December 30th.
There we go.
All right.
My girl will definitely be on my shoulder, and like questioning you guys.
Okay.
What is your style?
John's Closet, episode 24.
Does the clothing fit? That's my style.
Yeah, John's a big nigga, bro.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Here.
Fuck you.